Hello everyone and welcome back to Turner's Tutoring. We're continuing our read aloud for the chapter book Disaster Squad Wildfire Rescue. We're going to be doing chapters 5 to 8 now. Remember, I'm using the bookmark or the highlighter strategy. You're going to follow along above the words. So we've got chapter 5, Turtle Trouble. Screech! The RV slammed to a stop as Dad pulled quickly but safely to the side of the road. "What's going on?" Dad asked Jaden. "Look," Jaden pointed out the windshield. "You can't see it because you don't have night vision goggles on." "There's a turtle on the road," Leela gasped, spotting it. Dad turned the high beam headlights on. A big round shell was sitting in the middle of the road. A little head slowly poked out the front. "It's so cute," Leela said. "Can we drive around it?" Jaden asked. "What if someone else hits it?" Leela worried. Dad nodded. "You're right. We should help it cross the road." Mom put on her own night vision goggles. She opened the RV door and Leela followed her out. "Lucky, you stay inside," Leela ordered. Lucky barked. "Woof!" Dad pressed a button in the RV. The flashing red lights would tell other drivers there was an emergency. Mom carefully walked toward the turtle and put several orange safety cones around the RV so other drivers would stop. The turtle pulled its head back inside its shell. "Someone would have definitely hit it," Leela said. "It looks like a rock." "Leela, gently hold the shell in the bottom when you pick it up," Mom said. "And wear gloves. Turtles have a bacteria that can make you sick if you don't handle them carefully." "On it," Leela said, heading back to the RV to get her disaster squad kit. Dad and Jaden followed her back inside. "I have a joke. Why did the turtle cross the road?" Dad started to say. Jaden groaned. Leela pulled on plastic gloves from her disaster squad kit and tightened her night vision goggles. She crouched down next to the turtle and picked it up. The shell felt rough and bumpy. The bottom of the turtle felt slimy. Mom, Dad, and Jaden shone flashlights onto the road in case there were other critters. This was an animal emergency. Leela stood up with the turtle and slowly walked to the other edge of the highway. She gently placed the turtle in the grass. The turtle poked its head out, then pushed out its 4 feet to walk away. "Woohoo!" Jaden cheered. "No one wants to hear the end of my joke," Dad asked. "No, Dad," Jaden and Leela said at the same time. "Everyone back in the RV," Mom said. "Next stop, California." Chapter 6, The Red Sky. Jaden opened his eyes. "Wake up, sleepyhead," Mom said, gently shaking his arm. "We need to get going to the wildfire site." Jaden climbed out of the top bunk bed and walked to the kitchen. "I'm hungry," he said. "You're always hungry," Leela giggled. She took a bite of her scrambled eggs and handed a piece of toast to Lucky. Lucky munched on the toast. "Do you notice anything about the sky?" Dad asked. "Those clouds look really red," Jaden said, grabbing a plate of bacon and eggs. "Is the sky on fire?" "The sky turns red because of all the smoke," Mom said, pulling up examples on her phone. The smoke particles are so strong, they scatter into the sky and absorb the blue color we usually see. This is called the red sky. Whoa, said Jaden. We've got to go. Everyone ready? Dad asked. Jaden and Leela sat at the small table in the kitchen and buckled up. For the past 2 days, the Jackson family had driven from Kansas toward Northern California, only making stops at night. Where are the palm trees and beaches? Jaden asked. This place doesn't look like California. Southern California has palm trees. We are in Northern California near the Sierra Nevada mountains. Look, Dad pointed to a large body of water to their right. Do you know what that is? A giant orange swimming pool, Jaden guessed. It's Lake Tahoe, Mom said. Why is it orange? Leela asked. It's from the smoke, Mom said. The wildfires have made the beautiful blue lake look orange. How did the fires start? Leela asked. Wildfires start in a lot of ways. When the weather gets very hot and there is no rain, it only takes a small spark to start a big fire. And one fire can create more fires, Mom explained. Like 10 plus 10 equals 20 fires? Jaden asked. It's more like one small fire sends 100 sparks, and then those sparks ignite new fires. Those small fires become big fires that cause a lot of damage, Dad said. Couldn't the rain put out the fires? Jaden asked. Remember that California is in a drought, Mom said. That means there hasn't been rain in weeks. Disaster squad, take a deep breath, Dad said quietly as he pulled the RV to the side of the road where a meadow of grass that had already been burned was set up as a safe zone. We're here. Chapter 7, Fire Chief Fran. Crack! Pop! Flames burst into the sky. Red lights were flashing. Big gray hoses came out of the fire trucks. Firefighters aimed the nozzles as close to the fire as they safely could, spraying down the flames. Water blasted everywhere. Still, the fires didn't seem to be backing down. Those fire trucks are huge, Jaden said. Dad parked the RV. A firefighter spotted them, waved, and started to walk over. Someone's coming, Leela pointed. Mom quickly opened the door. A gust of smoke blew into the RV as the firefighter stepped inside. Jaden coughed. Lucky sneezed. Hello, the woman greeted them. You must be the Jacksons. I am Fire Chief Fran. We're so happy to have your family here to help. Jaden and Leela looked at the fire chief. Her bright yellow suit was stained with black patches. When she pulled off her safety goggles and mask, there were red marks on her face. Gray ash from the fires stuck to her everywhere. Nice to meet you, Dad said. How bad is it? Mom pointed outside. Fire Chief Fran sighed. The fire spread quickly. In 2 days, these forest fires have already burned 85,000 acres. That is equal to 50,000 soccer fields. Wow, Jaden gasped. There must be so many people who need help, Dad said. And animals who might be trapped, Leela worried. We're doing our best to contain the fire and save the forest, Fire Chief Fran said, but we also need to make sure the families in the area can evacuate. What does evacuate mean? Jaden asked. To get out safely, Mom said. Many people don't want to leave their homes and are scared of leaving important things behind. If I had to evacuate, I'd take my disaster squad kit, Jaden said. If I had to evacuate, I'd take Lucky, said Leela. Lucky barked. Woof! How can you see and breathe through all that smoke? Jaden asked. Fire Chief Fran wiped her goggles. We have special gear. An oxygen tank we wear on our back and masks that cover our nose and mouth. We also measure the air quality using the Air Quality Index, or AQI. Anything above an AQI of 150 is unhealthy to breathe. What is the AQI right now? Leela asked. Right now, it's 280. It is dangerous to breathe without a mask, Fire Chief Fran answered. How did the fire start? Mom asked. Fire Chief Fran frowned. 2 of the fires in the area started because of the heat and drought. She took a deep breath. The 3rd fire wasn't started by the weather. It was started by a person. Chapter 8. Campfire Checklist. A person did this? Leela gasped. Fire Chief Fran nodded. The 3rd fire was from a campfire that wasn't put out properly. That's so sad, Leela shook her head. There are over 80 fires burning in California, Fire Chief Fran said. 80? Jaden shouted as he fell back onto the couch. Fire season used to last a few months here in the mountains. We did controlled burns of big areas below the trees to prevent even bigger fires from happening, Fire Chief Fran said. But now, with the change in climate, California is hotter and drier than ever. Wildfires can start year-round. We camped in Yosemite last year, Leela said. We made s'mores and Dad played the guitar. We didn't see wildfires then. Next time you go camping, remember Campfire Checklist, Fire Fran said. We say camping is great if you follow these 8. If you don't follow these tips, it could lead to disaster. Fire Chief Fran pulled a folder flyer from her pocket and handed it to Jaden and Leela. They read it together. Campfire Checklist. Number 1. Follow campground rules. Number 2. Use a fire pit. 3. Use a match to start the fire. 4. Add small twigs and watch the size of the fire. 5. Keep water ready in case the fire gets too big. 6. Watch the direction of the wind. 7. Don't ever leave the campfire. 8. Always put the fire out completely. Great fire tips, Jaden said. Now we need to go check on the families who need help and report on the damage. Mom said, you two stay inside. That's not fair, Jaden argued. We want to help. We drove so far and boom! And that's chapter 8. Thank you guys for joining Turner's Tutoring as we do a read-aloud of Wildfire Rescue from the Disaster Squad series. If you like this video or others, please remember to like and subscribe, and go in and watch other read-alouds and some of the pre-made lessons as well. Thank you again for joining, and I wish you guys a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye!